Yep, that's your 3 minutes starting now.
Okay, thank you. So our name is PekatVision, and we are solving following problems. Currently, in manufacturing plants are working 360 million workers, and 10% of them, it's 35 million workers, are doing visual inspection and quality assurance and quality checks of the final product or interproducts. So what we do, we created a software with our unique algorithm, which I will tell you later, which is able to learn from a few images how the product should look like, and automatically finds out where are the defects. It changes paradigm to current state of the art, because our software does not need to learn how the defects look like. It learns how the good objects look like, and anything which is anomaly is actually a defect. We wrapped this algorithm, which we call focused learning, into a nice and easy to use user interface, and provide this as a software package. It is easy to use, it is very straightforward, and actually our end customers are plants, but our customers are companies which are doing system integration, and for them it is essential that they do proof of concept very quickly. And with our algorithm inside of the great UI, they can do it very quickly. Just grab a few images, click train, in a few minutes they have result, and then can show it to plant. So we have a product, and we already have a traction. We started with sales in 2009, and in the end of 2019, in December, and actually just in the beginning of the year it started COVID. But despite of COVID, we have 50,000 euro revenue, and we have a huge pipeline of projects, simply waiting for unfreeze of the budget after the COVID. Actually, by the way, the COVID helps us, because we are now having projects in pharma companies and food companies, where they need to run, even if there is such a virus crisis, they need to run without people. So okay, I'm not sure what time I spent. All right, 20 seconds. So just quickly, we got our first investment in last year in June. Now we are having opened the second investment round, and we would be happy if, well, good investors could join us.
Okay, great. So 4 minutes. You know, you've got prime candidates in front of you, so 4 minutes of Q&As from the judging panel.
How many items do you need to go through to be able to get a good sense of what errors look like?
So it depends on the variability, and actually I have a good news that our software is able to tackle even very variable surfaces and objects. And we can tackle textile, we can tackle wood. You know, wood always has different structure, but our software is able to learn it. We can tackle food and anything which is variable. Now, you ask how many samples we need. It really depends on the variability and on the defects you want to find. Usually we say we use 30 images for training.
On the AI side, what part of the algorithm is your intellectual property, and what part of the AI is built on the cloud providers' cognitive services? You know,
okay,
breaking those two pieces out are important.
So, well, we do not rely on cloud services at all. Okay, and we made a huge investment in inventing the technology. Actually, we have been inventing it for 2 years, and we do not rely on any open source solutions. There are attempts in open source, but when we benchmark the open source solution and us, it's not comparable. Our results are much better, and So it's our invention. We do not rely on cloud, and when you ask already this, we install the software on a computer which is inside of the plant, because even plant often does not want to rely on connectivity to some cloud.
Okay, so it wasn't what I asked. That was infrastructure. What I'm asking is the intellectual property.
It's ours. It's ours.
So it's yours, right? So is it commercially secret at the moment, or are you going to patent, or how are you going to
So we decided at the end, we started with patent process, but then we changed our mind and decided not to patent the technology, because we would have to reveal actually some internal. Yeah. So instead of this, we rely on encryption. We have hardware encryption dongles. We protect ourselves like this.
How much was the round that you raised, and what are you looking for?
So we raised 300,000 euro in June 2019, and the round was just for proving that it's working, and we succeeded at this. We started to build the global sales, and now we want really to push the global sales, and we are now searching for around 1.5 million euro.
Do you incorporate the upstream IoT devices? Because a lot of times you'll have to like back check with the data that's coming out of like the work stream, or is and that would make it kind of a platform, or is it more like a single part of the value chain?
I am not sure if I really get the question.
If you see an error, or you can identify an error, do you check back with the IoT devices that were along the work stream or not?
How do you mean to check back with the IoT devices?
Like if you're cutting a piece of wood, do you check back to see if there were any anomalies or errors along the way? I take that as a no.
So if, for example, if we cut the wood, let's say it works like this: that there is long wood, and it's called actually wood cutting optimization. And usually currently in plants where they are doing cut optimization, they know how long tiles of wood they need, and our software, for example, finds the knots on wood and distinguish which are encased and which are ingrown, and there is an encased knot, then we know that on this exact position you should cut. So our software provides the coordinates, and then it's connected to some PLC or something which triggers the robot or sewing machine or something.
I'll ask more offline.
Super. All right. Thanks a lot, Petr. Very interesting, and best of luck with your next fundraise.